Welcome to the ground floor. Enjoy.
Presidents to represent me. I'm out for presidents to represent me. I'm out for presidents to represent me. I'm out for every presidents to represent me.
Anyway, you fell in love with a gangster sound, nigga come fast. I fuck her from the back slow and hit from the front fast. And now I'm rich, you niggas sick, I'm making everyone mad. When I was broke, I'm like, there was everyone at. I was fucking up. When I was out there on that corner trying to sell her up. Timberlands freezing in that fucking snow, I wanna know. World trap, grinding all night, I ain't gonna sleep. Seeing niggas get it, lose it all, just in quarantine. Away tracks running low, niggas doing things, but tracking for your track hog, it ain't trying for the more things. Remember I was strapping, had like 4 feet. Niggas wanted Chevy, I was young, but I had Porsche dreams. Try to tell my youngest niggas though don't buy no more jeans. And never post his gun when he be posting, but he on lean. And fuck, I'ma really tell him when I was young, it's like 14. He say he in this drilling shit, and he ain't got no more dreams. I said I'm on this nigga shit, made 20 of them quarantine. And I'ma run this shit back for the whole team, for real. And as the marathon continue, we put niggas on the menu, they ain't into it, we into it. Beam all in the face, I'm trying to see if niggas can do when we aiming at your hand top. I'm no good, I got a farm, I know it's drawn, but I can still get your man rock. I can be with niggas, I'm too busy in this lamb chop. And I only move with niggas that I pull up from sandboxes. And niggas know I'm big dog, I'm saying a lot, for real. 2021, nigga. Survival of the fittest. I'm in for survival of the list, nigga, you already know how we coming. The biggest step of all. Yeah, survival of the list. Meek Millie in this bitch. Oh, I want anything on the plate, fuck.
Damn! That'll wake you up right there. You know the feeling of success.
And that's facts.
That's facts. Stress.
Nigga, feel that shit in your
Woo!
You like that shit?
It's hard. It was valid though.
Really?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I didn't like the flow.
Nah, the flow is the best part.
Yeah, the flow's the best part, bro. I was like,
You know why? Cause you when you first hear the track, it's like you hear Ross calm, smooth. You hear Drake calm, smooth, and then he just sounds like rah.
It's a change of pace though. So
yeah.
it's all good.
I didn't think
Meek Mill's good for the change of pace, bro.
Yeah, but you didn't think he was speeding it up on the track?
Dreams and nightmares.
Did you try to catch it?
It's only one little.
It wasn't
part
like no
there,
G Herbo when he trying to fight the beat, like. You know what I'm saying?
He can never catch the beat.
He said fight the beat though. Nah, boy, you know G Herbo good.
Yeah.
Nah, I was.
You rock that? Yeah. Dope, man. What's going on, fellas?
Kelly, man.
What's going on, boy?
Yeah, man.
Nice to be here.
Welcome to the cabinet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Already know what it is, man. It's a pleasure to have you guys here. DJ Sweat isn't here, you know.
Shout out
how it's
to
supposed to be.
Sweat.
But definitely, episode 5, Ground Floor Cabinet, episode 1, meeting. So it's a pleasure to have you guys here. You know what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna get into some topics today. You know, seeing that other topics as well. So my first topic that I really wanted to speak to y'all about was masculinity in today's entertainment world. Like I see Lil Yachty coming up with the nail polish.
Right.
Like how y'all feel about that, man? Like men conforming to the feminine side to get notoriety, because you see a lot of the comedians, they have to change into women and portray women to try to get like followers and looks with that. How y'all feel about that?
You know what's funny you say that? Yo, my wife brought me to get a pedicure mani for the first time.
Okay.
She's been trying to get me to do that for mad long. I'm like, nah.
It's the first time, bro?
I felt weird.
Facts.
I felt weird. But
Your first time though.
Yeah.
It was your first time.
No, like legit.
Just period.
Yeah, but when she,
When he was done.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Nails clean.
Yeah.
I wanted to shut that joint off.
Like a different type of clean, right?
But clear. Not no black. Not no whatever. What color Yachty had.
Yachty, yo, he's coming out with
Rainbow?
a full
Black?
polish line.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Different colors.
For men?
Yeah.
I mean, I know guys that's into that. I mean, I get my nails done.
Into
I get my
colors?
nails done.
But
Now,
not colors though.
What colors?
We're talking about actual.
black. Yeah. I mean, I feel like for men getting their nails done, is a sort of artwork. You feel me? Like your nails is art. You feel me? So that's another way to express yourself.
Okay.
So it's for females or quote unquote for females, but men could do it too.
But then we could say that with anything though. Well, why can't a man wear a dress and not be looked at crazy? Because clothes is part of art.
You can. A man can.
But you be looked at crazy though. Is what I'm saying though.
They can do whatever they want.
You can do whatever you want though, technically, right?
I'm never doing that.
But you could. My fault to cut you off, King. But you could do whatever you want. You know, we're in that society where even if you talk about something like this, it's like, oh, there's a whole culture that's gonna come against you because you're speaking against it.
Right.
So yeah, you can do whatever you want. Like Kid Cudi wore the dress for Kurt Cobain on the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, I wouldn't do that. You know, Kanye was wearing kilts, but he's not from that Scottish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Scottish thing. You know. You were saying something.
I mean, like Yachty, he made a point in one of the interviews. He was like, as an artist, they're like marginalized, right? Like, I have a character to portray. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's me as a human being and who I am day to day, but for some people, like, that's just like their character. They trying to get views. They trying to create controversy. They trying to have people talk about them. I think, you know, it might have started as a thing just to, like, you know, start getting his views up, you know, but it might have shifted into like, yo, I actually like this. You know what I'm saying? Like being free as an artist. Like, as an artist, you're supposed to have unlimited freedom to portray, you know, whatever you want to portray. It's a part of who I am as an artist. You know
so is that him or is that an image?
And that's where the discussion is at.
Also, it's a business move too at the end of the day, right? So he saw a market that he could capitalize off.
Yeah.
And
for that, you can't knock him.
You can't knock him for that. Do I agree with it? Not necessarily, but get your money.
Because who's spinning these records the most? It's the TikTokers, right?
Yeah.
These little white kids that got their parents buying them all the albums on iTunes. Like, that's their market. They're like, all right, cool. The niggas from the hood is not gonna fuck with it, but I know these other millions of kids
actually
find
spend their money.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a business move.
Yeah, facts. Because I'm still on Pirate Bay.
Allegedly.
Support the artists.
Allegedly.
Support the artists.
You know, so yeah, I feel you're right. You're right. You know, I just look at it as when it comes to a point where you start thinking about, like, cause you know Tyler Perry did the whole Medea thing,
right?
And then he had a couple of guys also come through and that he brought on their tours that does like dress up as women, you know, to get laughs,
right,
and stuff like that. And I just feel like it just takes away from the male masculinity of it.
I get what you're saying. I think it's just a society thing, though.
Yeah.
Like, men supposed to act this way. We're supposed to do this. We're supposed to do this and not do this and not do that. And for most of them, I agree with. But some of them are like what you said, like, yo, going to get your nails done. Like, for the longest time, I was like that. Like, nah, like, niggas don't get their nails done. But like, after a while, I was like, yo.
Yeah.
And I was the only man in there, too. I was like,
bro, it was uncomfortable. It was. I'll keep it real with you. I ain't cut my toenails for mad long. And I was there and I took off my shoes, and I know the Chinese people was talking in their language, looking at my feet. So I was like, yo, man. And then my girl at the time, she was looking at me. She was like, yeah, get them done. And yeah, my toenails still look good.
Yeah.
Toenails still look good.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely part of hygiene, though.
Right.
So,
it is.
Yeah.
But it's like, what does it really come down to, right? Because we're talking about masculinity, right? What are you looking for in someone that's masculine, and like what's the effect of that? Because that's really what it comes down to. Because it's like if we're not masculine enough, there's a long-term effect on something. So if you're not masculine, quote unquote, in this vacuum, what's the negative effect of it? Because I had a conversation with one of my female friends, and we were kind of going back and forth about, like, you know, can, let's say, two homosexual men bring up, a man in today's society, someone who's gonna do the core things, like, can you, provide, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, well, okay, they're gay, they might not be that masculine, but what's the actual effect of it, right? Like, is there really a negative effect?
Are they not even masculine?
You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the effect of not being masculine? Because I feel like that's really what it comes down to. It's like, because, all right, cool, they might be gay, not masculine, but that could be a great man that they're bringing up someone who's, emotionally connect. They could have these conversations. They're respectful. I'm saying they're hustling. They get money. You know what I'm saying? And they're doing all the right moral things.
See, my whole thing, how I was raised is that alpha male. That's how I was brought up.
Right.
West Indian parents, alpha male.
Okay. Right.
I remember even you one time telling me that the OGs in the Kappa society was kind of getting on y'all because y'all was shimmying and they didn't think that. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
So, like, how is that looked on now? Because y'all shimmy.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's more of it's more of a preference thing. So like, even I think as each generation goes along, we start to get more information about stuff. We start to be more accepting of certain stuff, like the nail, going to get your nails done before. Like, I don't know if my father would have been going to get his nails done at my age.
No way.
You feel me?
No way.
Especially in this society, like, nah, it wouldn't happen. But now that we have access to more information and stuff, and also the fact that people really don't care anymore, like.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just about to say that. So this is a society that just doesn't care no more.
It's the time changer.
Yeah, it's really. It's like that's with everything, right? It's with clothes, the way we dress, like. You feel me? We look back at clothes from 10 years ago, we're like, yo, what the hell was I thinking? Right. But at the time, though, you was fresh.
Well, baggy.
You feel me? At that time, you was fresh, but now you look back at it, it's like, yo, I would never be caught dead in this ever again.
I had mad South Pole.
What?
I had mad South Pole.
Bro, and the sneakers, bro. Don't worry about it.
Well, I'm saying, in your opinion, right?
Yeah.
What is the negative effect of not being as masculine? You gotta think about that. Like, what is the?
No,
effect?
it's a great question.
Because what is really the effect?
I mean,
like, okay, you're the alpha male. You're masculine.
I don't think it matters anymore.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is the effect of it?
That's what I said. It depends on where you are. Like, it depends on your lifestyle. You get what I'm saying? So, like, if you're not in a role that requires you, or you're in your life where you need to be an alpha male, then it won't have a negative effect on you. You feel me? But if you have, like, say you have a whole family that's dependent on you, or you have, you feel me, certain group of people, you have these responsibilities that require you to be masculine, you feel me, and you're not, you can lose out on that. Also, in the fact, if you in a role where people look for your weaknesses, you feel me, they might see that as
a respect thing. You could lose respect.
I think it's more an image thing than a respect thing. You feel me? Because people give respect to who they want to. Like,
that's what I'm
you
saying.
Feel me? Like, Thug is in a dress, or he could wear a dress, and people still respect him. You feel me? So he's
still gonna have his fan base.
Respect is it depends on who you getting it from too.
So,
right? You feel me?
So you think it's and that's my point. You think this is only for the entertainment purposes that they're in, because you can't. Because would you look down if you're in a 9-to-5 and you come in there with rainbow polished nails and you going into a meeting?
Yes,
but these are rappers and they're out there.
Yeah,
so they can get away with it
because they're artists technically. Like he was saying before, it's still an expression of art, right?
Yeah.
So like that's not to keep going back to the dress thing, but Thug wearing a dress when it happened, he kept saying like, "Yo, this is art. Like this is just my expression of art." You feel me? And niggas is like, nah, that's gay though. Like, you feel me? Like you're wearing a whole dress. Right. But he has the leeway to do that. Yeah. But he only has the leeway to do that because he's Thug. Like I wouldn't want to see Kendrick in a dress. Like if Kendrick wore a dress, I'll be thrown off. Like, yo, what's going on here? You feel me? Because he presents himself as a masculine male. Like, you get what I'm saying?
So we look at that and we see the masculine male, how we were brought up with the. Like we wouldn't never dare see Jay. We look at Jay as the alpha male.
Yeah.
You know, so that's who I look at, and that who I look at as that, and the men in my life.
Right.
You know, I can't conform to that. Yeah, getting your nails done, that's cool. You know, even the clear nail polish, I don't even see nothing wrong with.
No, it's nothing wrong with the clear nail polish.
You know, so
I feel like it's really interpretive. Like for someone else, yo, taking care of your family is masculine. I'm gonna fuck what you with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Taking care of your responsibilities.
Right.
You know, just masculine. Taking your son out and showing them the right things to do. Like telling him, hey, don't join a gang, or don't do something. That's masculine. You know, taking control of your environment and putting people in positions to succeed. That could be masculine.
Yeah.
So.
And that's facts.
You can interpret that any way, honestly. But, right.
In the same breath, though, it could be feminine. You feel me? Because there's women out here doing the same thing. That's not masculine, but they still taking their son out, teaching him how to do the right things. You feel me? They still handling business. At the end of the day, they're still taking control of their situation and their households. You feel me? So it's just a society's depiction of what a male or a masculine male should be. So
exactly. I feel like it doesn't even matter at this point. Like, you masculine or not, I don't care.
For me, I'm gonna be masculine though.
No,
that's just my choice.
Of course.
And that's facts.
But what are you doing, right? What is the end goal, right? You want to be masculine because you're trying to achieve something, right?
Right.
What are you trying to achieve? Yeah. What is that something, right? You can talk about it. But whatever you're trying to achieve, I still feel like there's core things as a man that we need to do, right? Protect, provide, you know, have structure.
Right.
And I feel like you could do that without being masculine.
Right.
Okay. Love it. Love it, man.
Good topic. Like that.
Love it. How the cameras looking too?
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah. How y'all feel about the pandemic? Like, I feel like, respectfully, if you didn't find a way to get a new bag or create some type of hustle during this pandemic, you ain't really doing nothing. That's just me. I don't know. Like, if the pandemic didn't bring something positive out of you, like, granted, everyone had, you know, someone died, you know, rest in peace to the total. Right. But if it's gonna shake you in a positive way to grow, like, I feel like it's not in you. Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like it's not in you. Like, you don't got the hustle in you. Like, how y'all feel about that?
Some people don't have the luxury though. You feel me? Some people lost their livelihoods. Like, you
That's
feel
a fact
me?
too.
Like some people legit lost their livelihoods. Like, imagine like a person who has to go into work physically every day to get a bag.
Right.
You feel me?
I feel the way that you said that actually.
Right. So
yeah,
it's easy to say, yo, if you ain't found a way, then like you're not cut out for it. But like we gotta remember, like this life we're talking about.
That's the whole fact.
Like it might not even be this year. Like they might not found a way this year.
Right.
But the idea was sparked this year, or the fire was lit under them this year, so that next year, or 2 years, or 3 years from now they could get into their bag and be like, yo, it's because of the pandemic why I'm here now.
That's the whole
fact. You know what I'm saying?
And that's it too. That's what I really like. This, at least at minimum, a mind shift change.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you start at least like planning or something. You know, because
some people didn't react positively to it though. Some people it had the negative effect. Some people went into depression. Like some people, and that's not something that like they chose to do. That's, there's something that happened. So like even speaking about mental health before, like you know, like I think even more than ever, like. It's more important to check on people now more than ever. Like
that's a whole fact.
You feel me?
Shout out to Shitty checking in.
Yeah. I always try to check in with my guys. Like just send out random text message in a group and just say, yo, what's good? Y'all good? Like people, especially our friends being in different states.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know what's going on with them and stuff like that. So definitely, like just checking just to make sure that everything is going good on their end. And granted, you might not be up for like, you know, if they start going off
that whole convo.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, you might not be up for that. You know, because you probably dealing with some stuff, but still taking the time out to reach out to them, and seeing what's good. What you think? B?
I mean, I always check in with my guys because like, I want to know that my guys are in
What is your way of checking in?
I mean, I'm not really a colored person, you feel me? So I probably shoot you a text. I'm like, yo, bro, you good? Yeah, bro, I'm good.
So this is kind of what I wanted to touch on. Cause, y'all spoke about it last week a little bit, last episode. Rashidi was saying somebody in the musician circle passed away. He said he knew him. I knew him as well.
Right.
I went to his funeral. I was bawling, like to a point. Like I cried more at this guy's funeral, and I won't say his name, but God rest his soul, than my own father's funeral. My father, when he passed away, we saw it coming, right? So it's like
you kind of
prepared for it, right? Yeah. This dude committed suicide, and I'm like, why am I crying so much at this funeral? Like, I was cool with him. I wouldn't necessarily call him like me and Rashidi, we speak almost every day.
Right.
This dude, months would go by, we wouldn't speak to him. But anytime we did speak, like it's all love, it's all like whatever.
Right.
And I'm at this funeral bawling, and I had to have like a conversation with myself, like, yo, I feel guilty because
Could I have done more? Almost.
yeah, because at the funeral, like you see how many people this person has impacted, and I felt guilty because I didn't have that experience with him. And I could have, because I'm a musician, he's a musician. We spend time in the studio together,
Right.
and I could have like
Built a bond.
built a bigger, a stronger bond. And the fact that like he passed away, and this is the last person you would think of that would like commit suicide.
Right.
Like there's, I said this before, and it sounded funny, it might sound funny in a way, but it's like you could think of somebody else that would commit suicide and be like, I'm kind of not surprised.
Right.
But this dude, completely non-expected. So my thing was, reaching out over text message is cool, but like we do that as like a norm. Like pull out the phone, text somebody, yo, what's good? If I get a text message like that, I'm going through something. Depending on how 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna be like, yo, this is what's going on. And that's my thing. Like people are going through.
Yeah.
Like legit going through. Whether or not, social media, you put up your best. You put up your best stuff, but people are really going through stuff. And not to knock what you said, is like, but sometimes a text message, yo, what's good, bro, is not enough.
But I feel like sometimes it's not always what's good, bro. It's like, yo, bro, how you feeling? But sometimes it's like, yo, bro, actually, like mentally, physically, how you feeling? I mean, sometimes I get in depth with but sometimes I just leave it on the surface. Cause more times you have to know who you're talking to at first.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. Cause 1000%. You can't just be spitting out information to anybody, because like you have to pick and choose those people that like is not gonna take that information you gave them if you share, and just spit it in their face later on if y'all have an argument or something.
Right.
So I had a conversation, and this is another reason I felt bad. Like at this funeral, there was some people that I hadn't even seen them since the last funeral I attended. Like for me, myself, there's a phrase, you gotta be the change you wanna see. Right. I wanna change that. Right. Like I don't wanna just be like, yo, I'm not gonna see you again until the next person that we know that's close passes away, maybe next year. Nah, there needs to be, I know y'all cousins, right? Right. Yeah, y'all go out, like cool, but like, Rashidi be home, I'll be home. I go to work and I come home. But like, I think there needs to be
more invites from Dom and Darren. Nah, I mean, let's just talk about it.
Hold
on. In my defense, not you, man. Right. In your case, yes, we can extend a little bit more. Right. But this guy, no. I'm done. I'm done. Nah, Trey will pop out. Trey will pop. She is like, nah, bro.
But it's not just like clubbing. Clubbing is very surface. It's like y'all going to parties, y'all whatever.
That's
like,
right though.
You're not about to have a conversation. Like like we used to go bowling all the time.
Yeah.
I know Trey for years.
Yeah.
I can tell you the last time like I had an actual conversation.
Yeah, that's actually one of the first things you said to us when you came here.
Besides Xbox.
I haven't seen y'all in a while.
Right.
Yeah.
We play Xbox, but that's surface too. It's just like it is what it is. We playing. That's it. All right, you signing off. I'm going to bed.
Momentarily.
Good trip, right, bro. All right, good night.
Like I only know you from Xbox.
That's valid though.
Right, but like
him too.
What's in it?
That's Simon Moore.
Okay. See,
I didn't know that.
So like, but I mean, obviously you can't do it with everybody. Like, you gotta pick and choose your circle. The circle expands, but like, who you call like your brothers or your sisters, like, you gotta really check on them because people are really going through. Like, when I found out why, I'm not gonna say I know why he committed suicide. I don't know why he committed suicide.
Right.
But like, I felt guilty because like, man, maybe and maybe that's me putting too much on myself.
Right.
Maybe I could have been more forthcoming with reaching out to him to be like, yo, what's good, man? Like, how's everything? Like, yo, let's get together and do some music together. Because I used to be at his crib playing music and then just time, and I understand, people grow apart. People drift. Yeah. And that happens. But, for those people that you call your brothers, you have to find a way, find an excuse to like be like, yo, I want to try this restaurant out. Let me grab some people and see what's good.
Yeah. I like last episode,
I was saying that you also got to create that environment also for your friends, right? You feel me? So, and like you said, you got to know who you're talking to. So, we all men here, so it's hard for us to share off top, right? You feel me? Because nobody wants to look bad to the next person.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And that's part of what I was saying before about masculinity. Is like, yo, if I share that, yo, I'm going through this, but it's killing me. You feel me? Niggas gonna look at me crazy, like, yo,
you don't want to hear a damn, bro.
Yeah, like that's
you could be saying something, and the next person is like, yo, I'm going through the same thing. I thought I was by myself.
I thought I was the only one. Right. But you never know until you share that, though. So, like, one thing I do a lot of times is that, like, I'll share. You feel me? I'll be the one to share. Be like, yo, bro, this is what I'm going through. You feel me? Yo, I just had this happen to me, bro. It's crazy. And you'll be surprised how many times that leads into, yo, you won't even believe what I've been going through or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So it's like a lot of times that happens. Like,
how often do you push it, though? Because you know,
not a lot
as men, it'll be like, all right, cool. Yeah, I'm good, but to Darren's point, like, nah, bro, like, yo, give me the real. Like, do you just, all right, I'm going to check in, and then whatever response he gives me, I'm going to lay off? Or
it depends.
Or do you push it like, yo,
and
bro,
it depends
like,
how I reach out.
Let me answer that. We'll try to answer that.
Yeah.
This is what somebody did to me. With the aftermath of the whole finding out that he committed suicide. Had a conversation with somebody and be like, yo, we were on the phone, me and another dude. Bro, we call each other friends. Like, we have a responsibility to each other. When he said that, I felt that. I'm just like, yo, if we call each other friends, I'm going to reach out to you and I'm going to really ask, like, yo, how are you doing? It's up to you if you want to share. But if you don't want to share, it almost is like, yo, like, I guess this friendship is not what I thought it was. In a way, it sounds like a, not a threat, but for lack of a better word, a threat. But at the same time, it's like, it makes you think, like, you know what, you're right. Like, if we call each other friends, there's some accountability that needs to happen. There's a responsibility in the friendship. Otherwise, why y'all friends?
What's the point?
What's the point?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
So I'm gonna try, cause you know, be the change you want to see. I'm gonna try to be more forthcoming in just reaching out and just being like, cause I'll be home, but like I don't have to. I miss so many events because I always put work first, cause I'll be trying to grind. But like, I felt bad. I felt bad.
Bro. You can't feel bad.
You
gotta go, bro. And anyone who's
It's a
really
balance.
your friend and will fuck with you will understand.
Yeah.
And I feel like most of us and your other friends, like honestly, you could tell me like in your experience, is anyone bashing you? Like, yo, bro, you never come out, fuck you.
Not like that, but at the same time, they say jokingly. They might say jokingly, but there's seriousness in jokes.
Yeah.
In levels. So I think, you know, they might say jokingly, but they be serious. Like I have another friend. I just remember this as I'm saying it. He just told me he has diabetes. He's our age.
And you never knew.
Yeah. Well, he just got diagnosed. But like that was me being like, let me reach out to this person because I started doing that.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, and me doing that.
And if you had never reached out, you would never.
I might have never known. I'm like, yo, like, bro, like, I didn't know. Like, I'm here for you, like, whatever you need, kind of thing. Yeah. I know you can, cause I'm not familiar with diabetes as far too much, but like, basically, he's on the borderline. Like, he's past the borderline, so he's diabetic.
Right.
But he feels like if he changes his diet,
he'll be
eats
good.
right, he'll be good. I'm like, bro, I'm with you. Like, you can do this.
Yeah.
So my thing is that, so maybe friends is a big word, cause I reach out to y'all and y'all like brothers to me.
Right.
Okay.
Like I have friends on Facebook that I never reach out to unless I see something that I might, you know, like comment like once in a while.
But that's not even really reaching out though.
Right. Yeah. Right. You know, but y'all are my brothers.
Right.
So I reach out on a regular. You know, so maybe that's what it is too. Like you were cool with him, but you weren't that cool with him to and correct me, you know, to reach out and say like, hey, like, yo, how's everything?
No,
you reach out to me every day.
We weren't there, but I guess I felt guilty because we could have been there. Like he was the kind of person that like, if I tried, yeah. We could have had that relationship. We could have built that relationship, and maybe. And this is me admitting that this is putting too much on myself.
Right.
Maybe I could have been a help.
Right.
To like, okay, he's not gonna do this.
Yeah. That's a natural feeling, by the way, though.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't feel guilty or whatever. That in itself is a natural feeling. That could I have done more feeling is always natural, especially in those cases. Like, so it's not something that is far fetched, or that even you are the only person that deals with. I'm sure there's other people who went to that funeral who feel the same way. Like, damn, like if I had only just reached out probably a couple more times, you feel me? But you can't really live with the guilt though.
Right. Like shit, you someone who reaches out consistently, and I commend you for that, bro.
And that's facts.
I do all the time.
Shout out to Sheedy for bringing everyone here. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, man, we have shout out to Sheedy for that. But as a person who reaches out consistently, do you feel a way if the people who you reach out consistently don't reach out back to you? And I'm guilty of that. No. You know, I don't reach out to you as much as you reach out to me. No. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel as someone who's like constantly, and it's genuine, you don't receive it back? Like, how do you feel?
I don't feel no sort of way. Okay. I don't feel no sort of way because at the end of the day, I know you niggas love me. Right. You know, so I don't really feel no sort of way. Everybody's going through their stuff, and then I know you guys. Right. I know you guys, so I'm not looking for, oh damn, I'm texting Trey, like checking on him, seeing how his job is, and he never asked me how Metro Plus is. You know? Allegedly.
Cut the check. He's still employed.
So I don't look at it no sort of way at all, you know, and that's just how I was brought up. That's just how I was raised. My grandparents, my grandfather, you know, just that whole characteristic of being a person of always reaching out, you know, that Christianity type thing.
Right. It's genuine.
It's genuine. So I don't look at it as that. I want to make sure that y'all good. And sometimes y'all hit me up and be like, yo, like, nah, you know, it's whatever at the time, like, I'm going through. I was like, all right, cool. You know, you can always pull up and talk, but I don't push. Right. You know, so I definitely don't look at it as oh, you know, these niggas is fake. Like these niggas don't care about shit. Right. Like, that's, you know.
Which goes back to the point of you creating that environment, though, for us. Right. So that we know now, like, yo, I could go to Sheedy and be like, yo, such and such and such. That's 100%. And it's all good.
That's 100%.
Where do you feel this actually, like, where's the fine line between, you know, reaching out and respecting, like, you know, creating that environment and knowing when to reach out, and then holding your brothers, right? We brothers, right? Accountable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, how do you hold someone accountable but still have that kind of like space and give them that kind of space? Because I feel like to really hold someone accountable, you gotta like, nah, nigga, like, well, what's really going on? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of hard to really hold accountable if the space isn't created.
Right.
Do you force that
space?
First of all,
the space has to be created first.
It has to be a genuine space.
Yeah.
Right. That's really the most important.
I don't force it because some people don't want to talk about what's going on at the time.
Right.
You know,
so you just let them go like, yo, bro, I tried.
Yeah. I look at it like, yo, bro, you good?
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I'm straight. I was like, all right, cool. You know, holler at me whenever. And it'll be a simple text just like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It'll be a simple text like that. Or I probably might like the text and be like, oh, you good? Like, I love it. That's just what it is. So I wouldn't really push for it unless you really want to talk to me.
Right. Makes sense.
You know, because you might not be in that space mentally at that time if you are going through something to vent. Yeah. You know, and some people are scared about venting.
Yeah.
You know,
because let's be honest, there are some people who only ask you how you doing just to see what you up to.
Just
to keep track of your business, just to be in your business.
Exactly.
You feel me? And I feel like a lot of people we programmed to like have the shell first. And then be like, this looks cool enough.
It's your real intention.
Yeah.
Are you really trying to reach out or you want something? Because let's keep it up. But anytime somebody you can speak to in a minute, it's like, what you really want, bro? You know what Apple you want a discount from Apple, bro? Let's hurry this up.
Yo, bro, how you been, bro?
Let's hurry it up. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas want to ride to JFK because I live close now. Like, nah, bro, I know what it is.
I feel like you'll feel that a little bit.
That shit is annoying, son.
I feel like you feel that person, bro.
Damn, bro, it's always that's why I look at it like, I'm not even gonna push it.
Like, bro, like, you know I live 5 minutes away from JFK. It ain't nothing for you right now, you know?
Yeah, man.
Give me tight, son.
I do think though, as brothers, right, friends, I do feel like we should not necessarily be more each other's business because everyone's private, but there needs to be a certain level of accountability.
and communication,
that we need to reach. Because, you know, it's cliche, right? Like, you know, it's like cliche, it's the truth. Your circle kind of like determines how far you're going to grow, right?
Right.
And everyone has like their smaller circles, but even like because like, let's example, Darren and Dom, y'all a smaller circle. This is a bigger circle.
Right.
I feel like we all close enough to still kind of like, you know, be able to like know what your aspirations are.
Right.
Like, yo, like the last thing I know about Dom is, you know, he was pursuing some type of degree, right? For me to be like, hey, yo, Dom, how's that degree going? Things like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, those conversations should be like open, you know what I'm saying? So we could be genuine in our efforts, because genuinely, I can't really, I kind of know what she's doing, I kind of know what you're doing, but Dom, I don't really know what y'all trying to do, right? So I can't like really, you know, check up on you in that sense, you know what I'm saying? So, like you said, building that environment, I feel like that space, we need to work on that as men in a whole.
It's
we need
also
to create that space, bro.
It's also the fact that you never know, right? You never know what you opening up about could bring, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you could be like, yo, bro, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that, right? And I could have the connections now and the resources to push you along, but you would never know that. And I would never know that.
I got a job for that reason.
So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like you never know, like, and people always talk about your blessings, but you never know where your blessings are. Like, you feel me? It could be your closest friend, or it could be somebody who you just met. Like, you never know how the form that your blessing is gonna come in. So that's all part of communication and being able to be open with people. Is like, yo, this is where I'm at, and this is what I need help with. And you'll be surprised. Even in myself, people be like, that's it? You're like, nah, you overthinking that. Like, this is what you do. Boom, 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 and you're good. And you do it, and you're like, damn, it was that easy the whole time. And I was here suffering, because I thought it was going to be this hard thing to do or to get over. But unless you reach out to people, and like you said before, you going through something, you reach out, you find out the next person is going through the same thing. All right, cool. So now I got somebody to figure this out with.
Yes.
You feel me?
And if we're going to talk about the topic of y'all favorite word being toxic, I feel like that's toxic. Like, forget the general connotations with females being toxic. Let's talk about being toxic amongst ourselves as friends and brothers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just feel like you got to be that masculine type to, I could do it by myself. I don't really want to put that burden on someone else.
Right.
That's toxic, bro. That's real toxic.
Yeah.
Because you holding yourself back, and you might be holding your circle back, because I could all eat together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, yeah, but my whole thing is like, it's different, because I would tell you guys what's up, but you just don't know, because it'll always be like, nah, don't tell nobody, and then that person go and tell somebody.
Yeah. So, which is why I say you now have to create that environment. You have to build. You're responsible to build that trust in somebody, or to have somebody build that trust in you. Where it's like, yo, I could go down the line and be like, yo, I told such and such this, and that shit never came out. You feel me? So now I know I could tell them. Yeah. Or it's the opposite, like, yo, I told this person this and this, and everybody ended up knowing.
So you know.
So now I'm not going to tell you anything anymore. You feel me?
Right.
And I think we kind of put people in boxes in our lives, right? Like, all right, this person is in this box, this person is in this box, this person is in this box. When I'm in this box now, I'm gonna access this group of friends. When I'm in this box, I'm gonna access this group of friends.
Do you agree with that though? Do you feel like that's needed, or are you pro trying to not necessarily fit everyone in one box? Because you can't do that, but expanding that.
I think it has its pros and cons. You feel me? Like not all your circles combined.
That's a whole fact.
You get what I'm saying? So like you can't put everyone in one circle to do one thing all the time. You feel me? Like sometimes you need to compartmentalize. Like, all right.
Yeah. I agree.
I need to deal with these niggas for right now. You feel me? Because this is what I'm trying to get done. I know if I go to them, it's gonna be done. But these are still my niggas over here. But I just don't need them for what I'm trying to do right now. You get what I'm saying?
That's a fact. And you gotta respect that.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
So that's it.
That's a whole fact.
What the camera's looking to.
You good over there?
I'm good, bro.
You took an edible?
Your buffer? You got the chip. Nah, this lemonade and Henny is kind of hitting. I ain't gonna hold
this. The truth, right?
Creeping on you because you're not tasting the Henny.
That's you say, by the way.
Yeah, that means I ain't gonna know.
We need both. We need both sponsorships here.
Yeah, man. How y'all? Well, what's going on? Because I just seen that that the detectives, they started the Pop Smoke case.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the
I didn't know
detectives, not the case, but the trial.
Oh.
And the detectives testified and said that that it was a 15-year-old that actually was the gunman that killed Pop Smoke.
Wow.
Do y'all feel that street credibility is still needed in today's society, or people don't really care?
Nah, they care.
They definitely care. If you live in the street,
Depends on what society.
then it's definitely needed. I mean, it goes back to depends on your lifestyle, right? So
Yeah, man. Because I feel like at 15, man,
that's you though.
I wasn't even in that.
You weren't really right. That's you though.
Yeah.
You talking about kids that, you feel me, grow up in the project, you feel me? All they know is
The trenches.
blood,
They got out the mud.
Their family is in it. You feel me? Like it's not something that for some people it's not even a choice. Like
Facts.
it's like, yo, this is what I was born into it. Like, yo, my pops did this, or my uncles do this, my cousins, my older cousins, my moms do this, so this is what I know. Like, you feel me?
So I mean, just to pivot a little bit, do you think that there's always a way, or for some people there is no way, and
I mean,
you have to?
Technically, you can say there's always a way, right?
Right.
I mean, it's easy to say. It's not. Reality teaches us that that's not really the truth, right? Because it's like some people that's you know, once you go down that road, you know what to expect, right?
At 15,
which is why.
at 15, do you know what to expect?
No, I'm just saying though, like you've been told numerous times,
Right.
like, or you don't have to be told. You can look at the backlog, like,
Right.
you feel me? It's usually either jail or death,
Right.
Like, and I feel like it's just cliche now, where people's like, yeah, that's what they say, but I'm gonna get in this and I'm gonna get out.
Do you think that there is a space or an environment to actually be empathetic to these minors, that they're so deeply entrenched in that type of culture where they really believe that there really is no way? And we really gotta be like, damn, like I grew up knowing there was a way, but yo, these people really think there's no way. And as society, we gotta open our minds and be like, damn, like I never thought about it like that, you know, like.
Well, they think that's the best way.
Do their right.
Because some of them know about school and the other route, but they're like, well, I'm gonna go to school for to do what? Like, you feel me? It's like that's not for me. You hear that all the time, like, yeah, bro, but that's just not for me.
If they see their parents or whoever they're looking up to getting money the wrong way, they're young, and who liked school when they was
exactly.
They're gonna be like, nah, I want to do that.
Yeah, because what was said is that they ran into the house and they was going there to steal his jewelry.
Right.
So they got the Rolex, flooded Rolex, and they only sold it for $2,000. And now it's like, damn, like your whole life is over at 15.
Over $2,000.
Over $2,000.
And Pop's life is over
at 20
for $2,000.
For $2,000. So it comes to a point where, like, do we look at this and say, like, damn, like, do we move forward from this? Because I was here with Danny, and Danny was like, yo, niggas is still in the gang culture. But then, like you said, that's how people were raised up in.
Yeah, and it's a very real thing. Like, gang culture is not like a movie thing or like a make-believe thing. Like, that's really a way of life for people. Like,
it is.
You feel me?
It is.
So it's hard for me to pass judgment and be like, oh, like we say, like, oh, you think it's really gangbanging? Like, but for some niggas, that's their life. Like, you feel me? And for a lot of them, they so far in it, like, for them to get out is different. Like,
you right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it's no like, oh, I don't feel like gangbanging today. You feel me? Actually, you know what? Y'all right. Let me not gangbang today. You feel what I'm saying?
Like y'all got vacation time, like PTO.
Right. You feel me? Like, so, like, that's their life. Like, you feel me? They don't have anything else.
Yeah.
Okay. And to them, like we were talking about brotherhoods, that's a brotherhood to them too. Like,
that's their fraternity.
Like yo, when I needed such and such, when I needed this and that, or I was going through that, those were the niggas that were there for me. So yeah, I'm gonna ride with them.
Alright, hold on. Take the guns out of it. Take the killing out of it.
Right.
At 15 years old, y'all see an opportunity to rob somebody and get away with it. Who do you think you're gonna get away with it? Y'all doing it?
Not necessarily though, because I was raised that I don't have to rob somebody to get ahead.
Yo, so the reason I'm saying that, might have to edit this. I I can't go to Target self checkout and not take something.
Allegedly, man.
Self checkout is like, okay, I could pay for this, but like,
why?
Right.
I feel you, bro. I definitely feel
Listen,
you.
because I've been in a situation with self checkout and I don't scan the stuff underneath the cart, and I just walk out. I just walk out with it. Like I had like ketchup and barbecue sauce that I didn't scan, and I felt good.
Or like water. Water's supposed to be free. Like I'm not scanning this water.
I didn't spend that much money on that ketchup and barbecue sauce.
I mean, I say it jokingly, but at the same time, like I'm trying to think back. And I was raised in church. Like, knowing me, I'm not doing it.
Right.
But there's kids out here that like they're doing it,
And
especially if they don't have that much. Forget about gang culture. They just don't have that much.
At 15, you wild at 15.
Yeah.
You feel me? It just depends what area you in to be wild in. You feel me? Some people is in sports. Some people, that's the area that they in, so that's what they know. And when you're 15, you try to make a name for yourself.
Exactly.
You don't get to be 25 now trying to make a name for
So
yourself.
street cred is needed.
In the streets.
Yeah. Most definitely.
You feel me?
I got a question, man. And seeing that we got the guys here, here's the scenario. All right.
Here we go.
Sounds toxic.
Scenario.
Very toxic.
Here's the scenario. So your man's like a girl,
Okay.
but that girl likes you. Is she off limit because your man's like her?
Who said what first?
Wait, to who?
No,
Nah. So you're talking about Geico.
Geico. Your man's like a girl,
Right.
but that girl likes you.
Right.
Can you still talk to that girl?
Most definitely.
1,000%.
Most
A
definitely.
1,000%.
Oh, that's what you.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Who built that connection first?
Pursued her first?
because I was in a situation like that. But I think on the opposite end.
No, because if you like her, but you never said until like your bro,
You just think she look good.
Yo, she look good.
Yeah, bro, she
Never
look
made a
good.
move.
And then niggas never make a move.
It's freaky.
But you know that but you know that your man's like her. Like he been trying to shoot his shot, but she like
also,
you.
if you try to shoot her shot, he made a move.
Yeah.
Me, I would fall back.
I will have a conversation.
Let me tell you what
Talk. Let's go.
Let me tell you what me and my guy do, man. I always say to him, the woman will always choose at the end of the day.
They
You
are
feel me?
choosing.
And at the end of the day, their choice is the most important choice.
Facts.
So we could both be in a spot and be like, yo, shorty's bad. And be like, yo, she was looking at me. Like, yo, she was looking at me too. You feel me? But whoever she picked is who she picked. And that's it. Because at the end of the day, that's who she wanted. So she wanted you more than she wanted him, she would have picked you.
So even if he was shooting his shot, like, damn, yo, I'm trying to get her, but she's been like, nah, like I don't like your man's though. I like you.
Oh, that's
No. Ain't no I don't know.
You talking about?
Because I was in a similar
I've been in that
situation.
situation.
I mean, I was trying my best. Go get that then. I don't feel no type of. I mean,
I've been a. Go ahead.
I wouldn't really feel no type of way that a female don't want me. You feel me?
Right.
There's a lot of fish in the sea.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get another fish, and my man can have that one.
And you can have that.
Does it look grimy to you that you know that she don't want your man's, but you still take it down, like in his eyes?
I don't really get the question, right?
Like, how old are we in this situation?
So like,
Because I feel like when
he's trying to say, am I wrong for still dealing with her after knowing that my man is shooting, but she doesn't like him?
Yeah.
No,
I feel like he's talking about like a certain amount of time.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. No time. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Like, you just found out?
Just off the rip, like y'all both meet at the same time.
Nah, you knew that he's been trying to shoot his shot, but
for a minute.
For a minute, right?
Yeah.
So there's a time.
So there's a time.
So
Okay.
that's what I'm saying.
And this
like,
is your man's.
This is
Right.
Say this is one of y'all.
I would fall back.
You fall back?
if
Me
it's
personally, I
a
would
certain
fall back.
amount of time and she felt a way about it, I mean, he felt a way like, yo, I've been trying. Like, you seen, like, yo, bro, screenshots, yo, shorty's about to pull up. Yo, nah, she flaked this night, da-da-da. But meanwhile, she texting you, like, I could pull up that same night. And she just dubbed your man? I'm just like, yo, bro.
Alright, well in that case,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't think about it like
that's
that.
what I'm saying.
Like that's wild though.
That-
Shorty's grimy for that though.
Well,
so then in that case,
choosing?
no. So then in that case, now I'm not gonna fuck with her because now you show me your character. You feel me?
Yeah.
Right.
So because you dubbing my mans, but at the same time you telling me that you're trying to pull up, but you're not telling my mans though. But you're not telling
Exactly.
But
She
she
don't want
She
him.
dubbing the man because she don't want him.
So she
So what's the
keep
problem?
So, but clearly in his case, she's still entertaining him because she said she was about to pull up, but she flaked, right?
She
But
chose
you know
that
people
night.
like, yeah, I'm gonna pull up.
It was the fourth quarter.
Bro. That's what
I
chose, bro.
I get what you're saying, but in that instance where it's like they're clearly entertaining each other, right?
Right.
He's talking about in the case where she don't like the nigga at all, like she not entertaining him.
If she gave him
Am
no
I right?
energy, she gave him no energy, and she made it clear. That's mine. You know what I'm saying?
That's
But if it's a little bit of, like conversation, set my plans, something can happen, then it's like,
You
I'm
said it's
choosing
all
at this
about
point.
conversation, man. You can have that conversation. If that's your bro, have
right,
a
you
conversation.
can have that
Bro,
conversation.
I know you like
I
it,
go
you
back to
feel
the
me,
space.
but you feel me, she's not really,
So that's
she's
what
been
I'm
giving
saying.
me-
I would dub her on the count of, yo, bro, you said she flaked on you that night, but this is what she sent me the same night. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, she's clearly moving devious out here. Like.
So she's off limit to you.
I'm not saying she's off. She's not off limits to me. I'm saying I wouldn't pursue her.
You're not you're not quoting anything out here.
Nobody's off limits.
Nobody's off limits.
That's
But
it.
I feel like there's a conversation to be had, and if you really wanna, if you care about your man's perception of you and potentially his feelings, right? Then yeah, like if you have that guilt, whatever, then have that conversation. But if you don't have that guilt and you feel like based on y'all relationship and y'all space that y'all created, right? That space, make that
I've
move.
been in this exact situation though.
You have to know that space, right? You gotta know how you and your man's move.
I didn't fuck with her. You feel me? Like my man's was shooting at her, and she was. I mean, women will act interested or whatever. But
of course, that's what they all do.
So then she came to me though, and then she was like, blah blah. She was like, so I was like, yo, why you giving my man's a hard time? Like, what's up? She was like, nah, he's cool or whatever. She's like, nah, but I like you. And I literally went, oh nah, like. I then laughed and I was like, nah.
That's toxic.
Like that's crazy though. Like, you feel me? But you still giving him play though. Mm-hmm. You feel me? What she's entitled to. You feel me?
You're not gonna knock anyone for doing what they want to do.
I don't know.
How you
would
feel,
you in the situation?
Tell us about it, King.
I feel like there's a situation.
Yeah,
specifically.
So if I was in that situation, like you said, D, there's a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Cause he could be on some shit was like, nah, bro, don't tap it. Like I'm still trying to get it. But low key, like, nah, she bad, bro. Like, and yeah, like you would take it down, but then you probably would take it down on the low.
Why you in a rush? If you're gonna take it down, you're gonna take it down.
Shit.
But if you do it on the low, then it's not really your man's.
Does that make it look grimy?
Yeah, why you doing it on the low? Like, it's for what? Like,
because he told you, he was like, nah, bro, I'm still shooting.
So okay, wait.
wait.
So what happens now? You smash now.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, y'all stop. Now she's giving the nigga play.
How do you feel?
I won't say nothing because I'm not pursuing her.
After you hit? You said after you hit?
Yeah, after.
You gotta say something.
You have to. That's
you
your
have
man.
to,
You
bro.
say something.
You have to?
Nah, you
Yeah, you
Yes,
have to, bro.
You say yeah.
That's law. Nah.
You have, like, I'm not.
If this dude is trying to wife, he's trying to wife this. Let's say he's trying to wife this. If he's trying to smash,
Yeah.
But if he's trying to wife shorty, you have to say something.
Okay, if he's trying to wipe, but all intent if she's bad and she like you met her at a club and he's just trying to smash and that's just what it is. Hopped up in her DMs, but
Nah, my etiquette is like if I smash a girl and I see my man's is like, yo, I'm trying to hit that, I'll tell him. Like, yeah, bro, I hit that already.
Yeah, that you hit it. Okay, that's understandable that you hit it already.
Right.
But if you didn't hit, would you still hit knowing that he's trying to smash it? And he told you
I think this combo is very case specific.
And he told you, and he was like, yo, Dom, like, yo,
this combo, and it depends on who's like. It depends on who it is. Like,
yeah,
you feel me? Like, if it's a nigga I know through somebody or something, and we're not really cool, then.
Oh yeah.
Right, like somebody in your circle, right? it's still case specific because it's like, all right, cool. I'm gonna know where your head is at. Like, all right, is she just, you know, a little slide, little fling, you know, something
right.
to get over?
So that's what the most important thing
right?
is.
Or is it like, yo, bro, like, I've been talking to her for, you know, a couple months.
It starts as a slide, and sometimes his wife they slide. You know,
right,
I'm not saying
and it's like, yo, like I think, yo,
that's
I
on them,
might,
yo. That's
on them. Yeah.
I feel like I might, you know, change the game for her. Yo, what you think?
Yo, I always say
Have that conversation, man.
I always say that, like, why would I miss out on my soulmate? Cause my man, you feel me, for a shorty that night? Bro, that could be my whole soulmate.
That's facts, though.
Let's
Cause my man's like her, and she don't want to give him no play. Yeah. I should have told her. That's
So
so bad.
we gotta make this move. Yo, what's the number one New York love story? Look back right now. You on the train. You making eye contact with the shorty, and y'all both never say shit.
Yeah. That happens.
You miss out. You don't like, damn, I should have said something to shorty.
That happens.
It's the same thing, son. Like, yo, you gotta.
Nah, it's a little different in New York, though. You gotta watch your words a little carefully on the 2 train.
And the 5 train going to
five train.
No. So I was on the A train one time.
Franklin.
Years ago.
Yo, I think you're my soulmate, man.
Wait, so listen,
I'm
I'm on the A train one time. I get on the train. Shorty's sitting by herself. The whole row, she's by herself in the middle. I sit like, she's here. There's a seat, and then I sit right there. Like I don't have to be that close.
Yeah, right. Safe space.
I don't have to be that close. Like we caught each other's eye.
Like,
on the way in.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm like, yo, I gotta say something. My stop comes. I get off the train. Wait. As I'm walking walking off the train, walking out the car, like as I get to the door, I do a look back and she's looking at me like with the look of like
are you dead ass?
Yeah.
Like say nothing. Right. Say nothing. Right. So let's talk about this then, right?
That's
okay. It's another topic.
Okay.
What signals do y'all look for when you're trying to attract a woman? Like what's the signal that she'll give you to be like, alright, it's a go.
Alright, let's go around.
For me, I miss all signals.
That's all
I don't know, bro.
So that's why I'm asking, because
I don't know
all the signals, bro.
But I don't catch no signals at all.
And I've had these conversations with women, and they'll be like, "But I gave you all the signs," and I'm like,
"We don't read. Women think we read minds.
What signs,
bro? No,
wait,
you got
smile is a sign.
A smile is a sign.
It depends. A smile.
What type of smile?
What type of smile, though? You feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
There's different smiles?
Yes.
Yo.
Just like it's different hugs.
You see?
Different kisses.
But peep game. I had a conversation with the female, right? That like, you know, we pursue each other on and off, whatever, but we cool at this point. And it's like, she's told me openly that she doesn't know how to flirt or pursue men. And I feel like, yo, that's a big problem. Like, I can't judge women, but yo, they don't know how to properly
It's not
flirt.
their fault, though. It's our fault.
It won't wait.
Time. It's the way that
because we so aggressive.
It's the way that we interact with women as well. Most of us don't know how to approach women or interact with women.
Y'all ever had an attractive woman pursue you?
Yes.
Yeah.
That shit is a shit.
I've never had an attractive woman pursue me.
Really?
It's always been like, I feel like the unattractive.
Death pursue you.
Not death, but
Yeah.
like
Or
I feel like the unattractive women like are more aggressive.
The ugly friend.
I know they are. They definitely are.
But they have to be, though.
Yeah, they
Think
confidence.
about it.
Their confidence is way higher than, you feel me.
What? And the same thing with men. I feel like.
So I was having this conversation where I was like, yo, ugly niggas be prospering too. And Shorty was like, nah.
They prosper.
Niggas
They prosper.
I mean,
They be pulling joints.
they be pulling joints though. And not like regular joints. They be pulling joints.
But do you feel like that would go above and beyond? Like, all right, I could provide this. I'm gonna take you out.
Sometimes good looking niggas have to do that.
But sometimes it's just the confidence, bro. The confidence alone is what, you know, attracts females. That's what they like.
They hella funny.
That too.
They
hella character. Like
yeah.
they like funny or they outgoing or they lively. You feel
Like
me?
me, I'm not outgoing. Like I don't like rejection.
I don't like
So I wouldn't go out there and put myself out there, and then so I would be in a club,
and I wouldn't like. I see y'all because y'all out there. So I will fall back. I will fall back.
You don't see nobody catching strays. I'm
like, oh, so she dancing? Okay, so I'm next. You know?
No.
How to catch a predator?
My sister, I see her dancing, so I'm next.
Justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous.
Yo,
New York City.
Crazy, yo. I'm not about to let you spend this in that life.
That is
Crazy.
Nah, because that's how I move in the club though. Like, cause I don't want to start dancing and
she
be
turn
like,
you down.
Yeah, she be like.
So what did she gonna give a couple niggas a dance?
So she gave Oxtail a dance. She gave Fly Guy a dance. As soon as the rashes come up, it's like
Nah, but that's when you get the. I'm tired.
Yeah,
I'm tired of dancing now.
you know. So that's why I don't really pursue it like that. You know. So my whole thing is like I stand back.
Let me tell you, I used to be like that, right?
Yeah.
But I got friends who are the opposite, right? And I'm like, yo, how do y'all do this? Like, you feel me? Because I don't like to be embarrassed in any way, shape, or form. So like, if I before I used to go up to a girl and she would play me, I'd be like, damn, I gotta walk back over to my niggas.
And everybody see.
And not just my niggas see, but everybody.
That's a long ass walk.
And my thing is,
long ass walk back to the section.
my primary
doing the most.
my primary concern is not even the niggas who see me get played. It's the other chicks who see me get played. So
They know.
it's like, yo, if she, that nigga must stink or something. Like, there's clearly something wrong with that nigga. You feel me? Why? So, so my man's, he used to see it, and I used to be like, yo, cause I don't get it, like, you feel me? Like, I look good, like, I know I look good, so like, what's the problem? Like,
My fit is on point, nigga.
Exactly.
yeah, like, you know what I mean? I know my cologne is on point, like, you know what I mean? And he used to be like, yo, there's nothing wrong with
We
that.
big steppers out here. What you talking about?
You just gotta change the target.
Yeah.
And like he was saying before, like, yo, it's fish in the sea, like, you feel me? If one plays you, like, it's funny though, because I used to say to myself, like, alright, what if I did get to dance with the girl? Then what? You feel me? It's not like I was hitting on the dance floor. I was getting her number right then and there.
Still
you feel me? So why did I feel worse? Why do I feel so bad when it happens, but I don't feel great when it doesn't or whatever? You feel me? So you gotta think about it from both sides. It's like, yo, now I'm embarrassed, and now I feel crazy because I'm embarrassed. You feel me? But if you had got to dance with her, niggas wouldn't be clapping you and going the red carpet out for you when you walk back. You feel me?
So happy that you got to dance. Like,
so all right. So to bring it back to the original question, like the signs that you get from women, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see signs? One, and two, do you feel like there's no one's obligated to do anything, but do you feel like women should, show more signs, or it's just like, all right, this is society. Men should go for what they want, and women should just lay back and be.
For me, you feel me? With signs, sometimes you can see them, but I don't want to be the nigga that be like, yo,
that's the sign.
That's the wrong sign. Like, I think
that's signs. Stay away.
Yeah, I feel like you shooting, but like I don't really know. You feel me? So I don't be like, yo, shorty. So
I seen you.
But I told you no, but like, I'm like, alright, cool. So I usually like stay back.
Yeah.
I'm not the really one to pursue.
Yeah.
How y'all?
I'm with you, bro. I miss signs all the time.
I miss signs a lot of times. I think it's also I don't like to think too highly of myself in moments. So I will catch the sign, but I'm not prideful enough to be like, yeah, that's like I got that. You feel me? Like, yeah, that's the sign right there. I'd be like, alright, let me play it cool. Let me see. You feel me? Like for most times when I walk up to shoot at a girl, it's not like off the bat, like I seen her and I walked up and I shot. Like, you feel me? Like I'll see her, I'll scope her out, peep how she moves and blah blah, and then I'll be like, alright, now I'm gonna come and approach you. You feel me? And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I've been right, sometimes I've been completely wrong. You feel me? Yeah. I'll be like, yo, I thought I saw you looking at me, and like they'll be looking at their friends like, this nigga's bugging. was looking at this nigga.
What?
I was looking past you.
Yeah. Yeah, tell your friend I said hello.
I was looking at the section behind you. Them niggas popping bottles. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
I'm not the guy to see a chick and just shoot my shot like off the first time seeing it.
Right.
There needs to be some kind of rapport.
So that's how the cameras looking to you?
Oh, that one's about to die.
Which one? The main one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been running the whole time.
Okay, cool. Cause how I see it is that how I move, I like to meet people like genuinely. Like if we had a game night or something like that, or if we had an event.
Right.
That's how I like. I can't be in a club and
I feel weird, bro, cause like you get the number and then I gotta look at you for the rest of the night. I can't keep on talking to you.
Yeah.
It's bad.
nobody else.
I ain't talking to nobody else.
But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
this.
You get a shorty's number, the first number you get for the night. Let's say you pull up at 1, you get her number, 1:45, you there till like 3. Are you like paying attention to like, damn, this shorty might be watching me while I'm doing my thing?
That's in your head though.
Of course though. Cause she is.
Yo, and
Cause she is. Sometimes they not, cause I should not do that at all.
Y'all funny.
Niggas is like, yeah. But like, I don't know. It's I think it's like living and learning. It's living and learning too.
So how you feel about the guy that gets the number and then he's on that one female for the rest of the night?
That's trash. That I hate.
You think so?
I hate
So there's no strategy?
I hate the
There's
nigga,
no
I
strategy?
hate the nigga that cuffs the chick for the whole party.
Okay.
Why?
Why?
Okay.
Cause she's not yours to cuff. Like just cause you got her number means nothing. Like
Nah, but
yeah, but he has
that
an
person.
agenda though.
that can't be carried out unless you stay there next to her the whole time.
That's pretty much. Yeah, he trying to take it home.
I mean, hey, it's every man his own or whatever.
He said, "I hate that guy."
That nigga was getting me tight.
Yeah, because I know, because you be trying like, I'm trying to get to this one, but he on a heavy.
Yeah, because I'm trying to, because she, in my times at 10, she looks good.
Yeah,
You feel me? So you get her number, alright, keep it pushing. I'll come and get her number, and she'll choose. You feel me?
Oh, so she just hating out.
We're both gonna hit her up. Whoever she responds to is who she responds to. You feel me?
Because let's keep it a buck. A number means nothing these days.
So that's my point.
Women are giving out numbers like,
Oh, you never give out their number no more. You're like, oh, you got IG?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have IG.
Yeah. How does that work though?
Who me?
Oh yeah.
Who me? How does that work?
Facebook.
Oh, Facebook.
Telegram. WhatsApp.
What's that? I forgot about that.
Snapchat, bro.
Oh yeah.
What's your code? Let me scan this
Let me
real quick.
scan your.
You don't know where your code is at? Like, who don't know that?
I'll find it for you. Let me see your phone. I'm getting this shit right now.
You know, like code is that? Like,
What are you talking
your
about?
code is not set up?
What's the email? You know your FaceTime connect to email, right?
That's crazy.
You can iMessage off your email.
Oh
You can connect.
But
So
we didn't still the answer though. What's the signs y'all look for though?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's stick to this. Alright. He said no. He can't resign what you signed.
Smart. And you constantly looking. Like I've been in a situation like you know when somebody's constantly looking at you. Like you pouring a hole into my
That's
head.
facts. That's what I look for. That's what that was.
It's
was
either you
my
want to
answer.
fight me and we shoot the fair one outside, or you want to talk to me. Like
Yeah.
what's the situation? So that's what I see. What about you, King?
I'm gonna have to agree with that, bro. It's really the smile and the constant looking, because it's like if you're not like you looking at me for some reason, it's not negative.
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna change your point of view.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's that eye contact. I feel like when you make that eye contact, women have like this stare when it's like it's not like a disgusting stare.
Right.
Because they're not staring at you if they're disgusted. They stare at you as like make a move, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like now it's in your court. Like
Fact.
and I've spoken to women and I've been like, it's like, what's the signs though? It's like, yo, I smiled or I looked at you, and it's like, yo, you know, everybody's looking at everybody. So that's what I'm saying. Like I'm accustomed to like walking in a room for some reason and everybody be like,
Yeah.
who is this nigga? You feel me? So like you looking at me don't really.
So Maine,
do
how
anything
you
for me?
your wife? How did that happen?
My wife. That's funny you say that.
It was a gym, nigga. I know it's a gym.
No,
That's
actually,
the one
no.
You only in the gym, nigga. Like, you in the gym, bro. Oh, you say it's her life?
Huh?
You say it's her life?
No.
Compressions.
I bagged somebody over that one time.
He was like, yeah, your blood pressure's too high. You want my wife?
Nah, actually, this is gonna sound crazy. Somebody that I used to deal with said I should meet her. She said I should meet her. Whatever.
Right.
So we did like a
Double
we did a double date, but she didn't know.
Ooh,
she didn't know. Cause I'm down for whatever kind of dude, especially at that time.
Right.
So he was like, it was a Thursday night. He was like, yo, let's link. Everybody's free. Nobody's doing nothing. So I drove, and we get there. So it's me in the driver's seat. Her ex in the passenger seat. He just decides to get in the passenger seat. This is my first time meeting dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
He just gets in the passenger seat. Alright, whatever. Like, girl I used to deal with sits in the back seat. So we driving now. We go pick her up.
Okay.
I pick her up. She gets in the car, and she's like, she's wondering how I'm so like chummy with her in the back seat. So she texts dude in the front seat like, yo, how they know each other so well? And he texts her back like, they used to deal with each other. She was so pissed.
No, but that makes no sense.
That does make no sense.
Why are you meeting her with your ex in the back seat? I'm lost, bro.
So their exes essentially started dealing with each other.
Right. So the girl I used to deal with, we stopped dealing, but like we were cool. We remained friends.
Right.
And time went by.
Gotcha.
The dude that she used to deal with, they stopped dealing and remained friends. Time went by, even longer time. Like I want to say, at the time we met, 8 years.
Oh, okay.
Give or take.
Okay.
So, but like they still, to this day, they're still friends.
Okay.
So, but she didn't know that like, basically everybody in the car like low key been with each other.
Yo, we got
Right. So she was like, nah, take me home.
That's toxic. I'm leaving.
She was like, nah, take me home. Like she didn't say that to me, but she said that she texted me like, I want to go home. But he was like, nah, like just ride it out, see whatever like that. So, we ended up going to the food spot, and lo and behold, when I met her, like when I laid eyes on her, something came over me and was like, that's my wife.
That's dope, though.
That's my wife. So that's what ended up happening. But obviously, she ain't see that.
Yo. I told her stop at me. I told her stop telling me things. She told me we had to reach. I got the gifts in the back of my ring, and I went in trying to. I told her she gotta run to the team before she can talk to me.
Big slap. Big slap.
Big slap, bro.
OG. YouTube be like, nah, we not uploading this.
Copyright.
Copyright infringement.
Back. Y'all already know what it is, man. Cabinet meeting. Alright, guys.
Brief intermission. We're back.
I don't know how long I gotta wait. But well,
that's alright. Get yourself together, man.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm waiting for y'all to say
Nah.
Oh,
My son Darren had a topic.
Yeah, Darren got
What you was texting, you know,
The
other
topic
sex
was,
about.
let me see.
Let's talk about it, man.
Modern day men, values and aspirations.
What's the question, though? Specifically.
There's no question. It's just a topic.
modern day men, values and aspirations.
We got,
Ownership.
We got the functional relationship. We got toxic being a trend. Baby mother, baby father era.
Let's start there. Let's start with. Is being toxic a trend? Is that a trend or is it a reality that we're now embracing?
Yeah, I think
It's a reality.
It's a reality that we're now embracing. Like, people, like whatever we point out as being toxic right now is behaviors people have been doing forever. Like
That's why people getting canceled left and right.
Yeah.
For stuff that's been going on.
Yeah, it's just I guess it's cool now to put a tag on it.
Yo, who was the dude that got into like this little shoving match with his girl in the elevator recently.
Oh,
was it Quavo? Was it Quavo? Was it Quavo?
Yeah, Quavo
and Sweetie. I saw some of the comments on that, and a lot of people was saying like, "Oh, that looks like a regular black relationship." Like,
that's crazy.
Is that good? Is that normal?
I don't think it's normal.
It's not normal, but like,
not good.
It's not good, but like, you can. I've seen this happen so many times. It's only like, okay, now you everybody sees it on the elevator, so there's that backlash. But I'm looking at the joint, I'm just like, did he hit her? Nah, he didn't hit her. And I'm not advocating you hit women, you even do that in the elevator, but like at the same time, that seems normal. Like just based on the comments, it's like that is a normal thing.
I think they
toxic.
were more speaking to the fact that it's not what they were trying to label it as.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like they're trying to pin it as a domestic violence thing. Yes, it qualifies as domestic violence, but like in terms of cancel culture, like that's not a situation.
Nah.
To me, that's worth canceling.
Right.
For,
I agree.
You feel me? And then we have to talk about the fact like what is a man supposed to do in a situation where the woman is hitting him? Like, you feel me? Cause like, should he stand there and take the hits and not defend himself? Like, how far can he go to defend himself? Like, you know what I mean? These are all questions that need answering.
There's another side to that, black man, because
right,
a man is always gonna lose that battle.
Regardless.
If he doesn't lose in that moment, he won't lose in that moment. In the aftermath, he's gonna lose. Then as a black man, they throw the book at you. Depending on the situation, if they can, they will.
Yeah.
So that's toxic. That's one of those things that it shouldn't be normal. It shouldn't be normalized. But it is something that, like, again, based on those comments that I'm seeing, it seems to be what's the norm.
So is it not is it okay, but like, is it more acceptable in society if a woman puts her hands on a man than reverse?
It is.
Because Solange didn't get canceled.
It is.
When she was wilding out on Jay in the elevator. You feel me? If anything, she's been celebrated for that over the years. Like, oh yeah, like, you know what I mean? You taking up for your sister and blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, that was, you see girls say all the time, oh, if that was me, like, I would have done the same thing, blah, blah, blah. But in reverse, it's not like I'm advocating for it. They're both wrong. Is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. But like, it's a little bit more accepted now. Like even with Quavo, like Sweetie she was hitting him, or at least attempting to hit him. Mm-hmm. You feel me? He was, as far as it looks to me, he was trying to defend himself. But
it looks like he's trying to get his back.
Yeah. And then she was ODing.
You know, when can a man defend himself?
So that's a question.
When he's not on camera,
we need to. Nah, not even though.
So I always, you feel me? Obviously, we grew up like never hit women. You feel me? But I also was growing up like, yo, don't let a woman hit you. Like, you feel me? I always say, yo, I'm not gonna hit her, but I'm gonna shake her. You feel me? Like, I'm gonna shake the shit out you, so you can understand this rage I have, but I'm not gonna go to the extent to hit you.
Yeah. So that's why I was saying like how far like, cause to somebody now they'll say that that's wrong. Like, you feel me? Like
it's like Caribbean culture though, cause as Caribbean, it's like, yo, if she wanna be a man, let her be a man. You know what I'm saying? They never tell you to hit a woman, but they say if she wanna be a man, let her be a man, and that's like implied.
Now what I was told was, if a woman hit you and she hit like a man, you feel me?
They would never tell you to hit a woman. You know, but they let you know. You know what I'm saying?
Like if Ronda Rousey try to swing at you, I'm swinging back.
What? Definitely.
And I pull out the gas. I'm up in her.
I'm just up, bro. She get stabbed, bro. Facts. Like
Ronda Rousey, I'm up in her.
All over. She getting jokes.
She getting stabbed?
Her hands are sanctioned, nigga. Like I can't fight. Bro, I'm not trying to die today.
Like, facts, nigga. She hit me in my temple. Over, son.
Fight going in.
It's over. But because my whole thing is like, if she's hitting you and you like, yo, stop. Like that could be a situation. That's too much.
Yeah, like according to standards or whatever, like that's too much. Like any aggression towards a woman is not tolerated in general.
It's best to walk away.
It's best, even if you have to run.
Right.
You feel me? Just get out of there. You feel me?
Sometimes women chase you though. You walk away, they come after you.
She ain't catching me though, unless she.
Unless
she's a sprint, yeah.
Unless she's a runner, she's a track star.
I'm out of here.
Like, Marion Jones, like.
I've always been taught that though. If anything, just leave, man.
So as men, like, do you think we should? I don't want to say advocate for equal rights, but do we just accept it how it is and we just run away, or do we try to put more accountability on the woman? Like, do we promote accountability on the woman?
I think women also have to take accountability. Also,
Yeah,
I was at a game night the other night and like we was playing a game, and the question was like, drink if you ever threw a drink in somebody's face. Right?
Of course, all women.
And the woman drank proudly. You feel me? And I'm like, but that's not right though. Like, you feel me? And then they said
that's super.
And then they said, but it was deserved. You feel me? So I was like, what's deserving of that? Like, you feel me? Like, granted, there be some crazy shit going on.
Of course.
You feel me? But like that's a high form of disrespect. Right. You feel me? When you throw the drink in somebody's face, it's very disrespectful. So
that's
like,
close to spitting on somebody.
That's what I'm saying. So like, what warrants that? And like, why is it so casually accepted amongst women? And
right.
Like, yeah, I did that. Like, who hasn't done that type of shit? Like, you feel me?
It's like almost like women equate, respectfully, emotional distress to physical distress. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you hurt me emotionally, so get this physically.
I think they also have the excuse also though of blaming it on their emotions. And like you made me mad, so that's why you got this drink thrown in your face.
But why can't you keep the same energy and hurt me emotionally? Why you gotta take it physical?
Because we savages.
Yeah, bro.
But like, you want to be treated the same, right? Equal rights, right?
Yeah,
that sounds good.
That's what I'm saying. So equal rights would be like, because that's what women are fighting for, and I'm not advocating for men hitting women.
Of course,
absolutely not. But I've seen somebody said, "Yo, you want equal rights? When you hit me, I'm slapping you back." Like, you know,
that's crazy though.
But
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, never that. But there comes a point where you have to, like, because verbally I will kill you.
I don't even argue with women anymore.
You break down and cry, like, verbally. Like, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
So their right is, oh yeah, I'ma just swing on you.
Right. And some like, we don't, like, I feel like some women don't even understand like certain men trauma, because a man, you could be abused physically growing up by a female figure in your life, your aunt, your mom,
right?
Whatever the case may be, grandma, whatever, a friend that was big, and you know what I'm saying. You might have that trauma that you build up on, and then that woman hits that nerve. You know what I'm saying? And then it's crazy, but no one would ever know, because it's like, oh, you're a man, you should know this is how it's supposed to be. But it's never like, all right, well, damn, like, he's been through this X, Y, and the third. Like, let's dissect that. Right. I feel like there's a double standard for men in this vacuum, and then there's a double standard for women in another vacuum. And it's like, do we fight to break the double standards, or do we just keep accepting them and just like, this is our society?
It's rough though, because I don't know, man. Certain double standards shouldn't even be double standards on both sides. You feel me? Like, men benefit from double standards as well, so don't get it twisted.
Right, of course.
You feel me? Like, there's certain things that we can do and get away with it that women can't do and get away with it. And they'll have the same complaints. Like, oh, but if y'all do it though, it's okay, but if I do it, you feel me? So
yeah, because it's just like how we would, like, we can date multiple women, you know? And like, oh nah, that nigga doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as she start dating multiple niggas, she.
So do y'all care though? If not to switch the topic, but like, do y'all care if
that's part of the topic.
If you talking to a girl and she tells you like, yo, I'm dating, like,
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to see it.
Y'all care really?
No, I just don't want to know. I don't care. I just don't want to know. Like, do what you gotta do. Like,
no, I care. You know why I care? Because like, okay, if that's what we doing, then I'm gonna do it too. Because I could be like on some like, I'm trying to date you exclusively, but she's not ready for that yet. She's trying to like she's dating around. She's trying to like see what.
Or maybe she is ready for that, but she's exploring her options.
Then I'm gonna explore my options too.
Nah,
it's just. In some ways, it's kind of like a waste of time to me because I've been in those situations where like I'm really trying to like see what's good with Shorty, but she's trying to see what's good with
everybody.
With everybody, I'm just like, I know where to put you, and you know now I'm not gonna pay as much attention to you now.
Not facts.
Because it's like I see what wave you're with. I almost lose my respect for.
It depends to me on the like level of maturity.
So that's what it is, because I don't care. Like if you
depends.
If you made it clear that you're seeing other guys, then okay, cool. Like
you're gonna see other girls.
I'm gonna see other girls
That's what I'm
until
saying.
you're ready to see what's up.
I'm not talking about somebody that you're. I'm just talking about like somebody you might meet and y'all go out. You feel me? Maybe first date.
Or
it's
like,
early. It's early. Like,
oh, yeah,
and she's like, yo, like I'm out here dating.
I'll probably ask her how it went. Oh, that nigga was trash.
Oh, they'll tell you regardless. So.
They definitely will.
They'll tell you regardless. So
that's good.
It doesn't matter.
You know, like I don't care. But if we're trying to build, and you like, and I find out because you didn't tell me, or it's an issue.
So how far into like dating or messing with a girl do you get to where you're like,
subjective? Every
oh, because like you said with you and your wife, like you kind of knew.
I knew right away, so I was pursuing her that way right away, but she wasn't ready yet. So I was like, we clashed because of that. Gotcha. We had arguments because of that.
Gotcha.
So it's funny because it wasn't until I finally was like, you know what, I'm gonna fall back, and I legit because I would hit her up a lot, and
you let her come to you now.
Yeah, then that's exactly what happened. So but the funny thing is, I was ready to just be like, you know what, we don't have to go this way. We could just be friends. Like, and I was serious. I still was interested, but like, I'm now like, I put you in this place.
Goes back to the combo we had in the last episode, with being like, when do you enter that friend zone per se? You get what I'm saying?
Right. So I put you in this place, and now I'm moving on. I'm not looking at you in that way anymore.
And now we can be great friends. Right. Like, with no anything else attached to it. Like,
yeah, but that's when she shoots you down.
But that's when she started like pursuing me now, like on some like.
Oh, so you're really gonna fall back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is trash.
Yo,
why? Keep that energy from the beginning.
Yeah. So would y'all? Alright. So you pursuing her. Mm-hmm. You fall back because ain't nothing happening. Mm-hmm. Right? Now she's pursuing you. Do you guys jump back on that?
I did.
I might. It depends.
You're right. It depends.
Yeah. It depends. It depends. I think it depends
because he said he's pursuing her. Because if I'm not pursuing her, then it's like fuck
not for nothing. Let's say that situation happened, but I moved on and I started pursuing somebody else that was feeling me, and we was actually like getting into something. Even though when I met her, that's my wife. I had that thought, but now I have to figure something out. Like, do I really want to go back to that what if situation, or stay in this situation of like, this seems to be going somewhere?
Gotcha.
And I for one, I can't tell you what I would have done in that situation because I'm not in it anymore. Right. But like,
because it worked out.
So it's something that like I got to figure out. So you just figure it out and see how you want to approach that.
I'm only chasing if I really like. If I'm trying to pursue you,
I think that's everybody.
Yeah. You're not with it at that time, and then I fall back. But if you trying to get, I'm like, if I'm not on that same time, then I'm like, no, I'm not doing it.
I feel like once I fall back, you feel me? I'm never gonna be at the level where I'm really trying.
It's very hard to get back.
Yeah. Once you make me feel like I'm an option, you feel me, and you have other niggas to pick from. I don't really want to be the nigga that you now because these niggas didn't really work out, I'm gonna try to come back to you.
Facts.
I'm not with that.
But let me ask you a question. How are you dating now? Like, are you dating?
Yeah.
How are you dating? Are you dating? How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
26.
26. Okay, so how are you dating? Like, are you dating for marriage? Are you dating for like?
I mean, for
you're
now,
still just trying to like.
I feel like every relationship you enter, the goal is marriage. Right?
Yeah. Should be, but it's not always that.
For
depending
me,
on
is it okay.
Nah.
Wait. Alright, let's get into this. Let me explain what we're saying before you jump in.
Are we practicing?
Let me explain what we're saying before you jump in. No. We're talking about relationships.
Okay.
Like I'm a
like you. So we're talking about I'm
committed
committed to you and you committed to me.
Yes.
And that's it.
Yes. We're not talking about dating. Like
okay, relationships.
We're talking about relationships. Like if I choose you, like yo, especially now, like if I choose like yo, you're my girl. Then of course I see you in that light. Like
I'm looking at you.
I'm looking at you like that. Yeah.
I'm not trying to out here play games and just waste time and spend money.
Cause I feel like you feel me. I don't know everybody, but I feel like we've all been, you feel me, through the stage of talking to like multiple females. Like for me, that shit tiring, corny. It costs a lot.
It's
tiring,
bro. It's tiring. Physically, emotionally, and mentally.
Trying to remember what conversation you had
financially. Dealing with one woman is hard enough. Right. So dealing with multiple women, and not just
you see gas prices.
You talking about
I feel you, bro.
See gas prices, bro.
They live in the Bronx, Yonkers, all over.
Like,
I don't know, bro.
That's a fact. Luckily, my girl lives right off the belt, so that's easy for me. Like, if you live deep into Brooklyn, I gotta think about if I really want to talk to you.
And it's a double standard now, especially if you got a car. It's like, nah, nigga, you pull it.
Yeah, because I'm not paying toll to see no woman.
And that's facts.
I'm not, bro. I'm not.
But you live in far out. I feel it though.
I gotta take the back streets.
And that's facts.
I gotta take the back streets, bro. I'm not paying toll, bro.
Nah.
Y'all ever got an Easy Pass bill in y'all mail? That shit hurt.
What?
Yes, bro.
Nah, I'm not paying toll, bro. So it gotta be. I always felt, and y'all gonna laugh, but I always felt God wanted me to have someone that's in my area, in my zip code. So
in your immediate settings.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do too much.
Yeah.
But what if you, like, God wanted that for you?
That's what God wanted for me. God also wanted me to have a woman with only 324 followers on IG.
What is this thing talking about? I'm with you on that though. Yo, the 2Ks and the
bro,
51Ks.
Bro.
You gotta stay away.
So let's talk about
Jesus wanted for me.
Let's talk about that now. What if you meet a girl, right, and you're like, yo, I'm interested in her, and like, she might be my wife. You feel me? But then you go on Instagram now and she has 100K followers.
I don't like that.
Does your mind immediately change now? Like
100 mad niggas is in the DM.
First of all, I would scroll through to see what you're promoting, to see like what your pictures are like.
Oh, got you.
So I would like if you just
why do you have 100K?
Yeah, why?
Right. If you got a cooking show or you're promoting your interior designer, you're promoting fashion. You know what I'm saying? And it's some type of wholesome content.
Fashion in what way? Facet? Fashion in what way? Facet?
Wholesome content. The rest of I said wholesome. We're talking about no lingerie, like wholesome content. You know what I'm saying? You're a businesswoman. You're a real estate agent.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Completely understandable.
I love it. Get the bag.
But what's the difference though?
If you flying out to Miami,
enough though.
Nah, if you flying out to Miami every weekend and you're not doing nothing but you have this much followers, I'm like, yo, you're gonna have to start a new Instagram page.
For me,
and only chill. And only follow 324. 330.
Not 325?
I have to question that because that's not what God wanted.
Nah, wow.
And that's facts.
That's how I am.
Yeah,
so
I was checking for the lightning strike.
so it's different. It's really different for me right now.
I of course I'll say yes, but it to me it like equates to like, would you let your shorty go outside dress a certain way? You get what I'm saying?
As a man, you feel like you have a say in that.
I do, but at the same time, I feel like I'm confident enough.
Talking about your girlfriend.
Your girl.
Your girl.
Okay.
Especially if it's my girl, now I'm even more confident. Like I feel like I'm confident enough. It's like,
how did you meet her? Was she doing this already?
Right, and that's the thing that women say the most. this is why you wanted me. So now you want me to change why you with me? No, fuck you, nigga.
That's a good point. But you feel me?
Some women will change. Some women just do that. They'll do that until they get somebody. Then you'll see a change.
A lot of women.
A lot of women, actually. Yeah.
Because to be honest, like when women are on the prowl, like they have to make themselves
presentable.
I think presentable. I think if you're attractive facially, that's presentable enough.
Nah.
But I feel like
isn't that why we look at? We don't know the person's personality.
I look at everything.
Well, we don't know the person's personality. If you and this is what we was talking about last episode. You run up on somebody, you see her. Oh, she's attractive.
Right.
Yeah. We don't know the personality. She could be a dog.
She could be a dog. A lot of them are though.
A lot of them are.
You know. So that's how it would play out.
Yes and no. I think it depends though, cause like if you go out with your shorty, like I agree with the fact that there's certain things I would never let my girl go out in. You feel me? If she goes out by herself, for the most part, I can't stop that. So if she wears that shit, then that's on her. But like,
what if she with you?
If it's with me now, you feel me? Because now you're a direct reflection of me. You feel me? Because most times if you go out with me, we're side by side most of the time. Exactly. So when people see you, they see me. Exactly. You feel me? And I'm associated with
constantly talk.
But I feel the opposite though, bro. I feel like if you with me, yeah, what a skimpy as shit, cause I'm here.
So that's my point.
But when you're not with me, you in a skimpy shit. Like I'm not there to fucking. Nah, bro. She's good.
But then that's almost counterproductive though, cause it's like you can only trust her now if she's with you. That's essentially what you're saying.
It's not about trust though. It's just about
your level of
attraction,
your level of respect for the relationship.
That she gets.
But she's gonna get that same level of attraction if she goes out with you. It's just that niggas not gonna be as brave to shoot at her if she's with you, right?
Correct.
Listen, the skimpy shit for me can be we're in a different country or we're on vacation. Together. If we're going to Tosh, nah, cover up.
But think about the kind of women you're dealing with though.
Yeah.
Like think about the kind of women you're dealing with, because women that's dressing like that or presenting themselves that way, I gotta be careful when I say this too. Damn. Women that present themselves that way, I feel like their mindset is different from the I'm looking for something solid, something stable, something legit.
Right.
I feel like that. Like there's women I know now that like looks alone. I'm not talking about personality. Looks wise. Mm-hmm. You look at them, you wonder like how's this person still single?
Right.
Especially I'm 34, so especially at like our age, where if they don't have kids, that biological clock is ticking. If they want kids,
right.
So they should start thinking like I need to try to settle down,
right,
or whatever. But they like, nah, I'm gonna dress like how I want to dress, and show it on social media, and for nothing. Like you're not getting paid for it. Right. You're just doing it. So I think those women like they're not thinking the way they are supposed to be thinking.
Right.
If they want to settle down. So I just
maybe
think
they don't.
That's true. No, well, I don't know, because they'll say if you talk to them, "Oh, I want that." A lot of times they'll say, "I want that."
So do you think it's a situation where women want their cake and eat it too?
It's like they're too independent for their own good.
I think it's like us though. Like if I ask each one of y'all besides you right now, like y'all want to be married, everybody here would be like, yeah.
Why? Why would you say yeah? Because of the time?
Not right now.
No, but you might really want to be married, but it might not be now.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like yeah, I want to be married. Like you feel me? But that's just not where I'm at in my life right now. That might be the same thing with them. It's like, yeah, I want that, but in the meantime, I'm having my fun. Like, yeah.
Okay.
Do we? So are you saying that women, their time is shorter? Because as a man, it's been portrayed to us like, yo, we could just fucking do whatever we want. As long as you got the bread, shit, we can get married to a 25-year-old when we're 40.
That's true. I think a woman would say that their time is shorter. That biological clock is going to happen whether they like it or not.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they automatically, once they reach a certain age, some of them, not all of them, will be like, listen, I need, what is this? What are we doing?
Yeah.
So And I respect that. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like, in the double standard, like men have this. We can go a little longer.
Yeah. Or not even ask the question. Or go along and never ask, yo, what is this?
Yeah.
You feel me? And not even be concerned about it.
Because that's usually women say that.
Right.
So.
Are y'all not you, cause you're married, but are y'all okay with the idea of living with someone and not being married?
Yeah. I am.
So when you say living, right? Are we talking about I'm paying all the bills?
No, y'all. Okay, so y'all are actually paying bills together.
Okay.
You moved in.
It doesn't matter how this arranged. Y'all under the same roof and y'all living together. Bills and all of that aside, right?
So, but yeah, what's the problem with that? Because
some people feel like before you marry somebody, they feel like you're shackling in with
like you're shackling up. Yeah, because we all have West Indian parents.
So they feel like as since we already, I guess marriage, you're supposed to get married and then you move in together, right?
Yeah.
So with y'all already being moved in, there's nothing else. Like we're already here. So why am I marrying you?
Yeah.
So is it for what? For your friends, your family? I don't know.
It's women though. I mean, I think.
I don't feel like you feel me. When I want to get married, I feel like I want to get married. You feel me? But it's not necessary for me to get married. Like it's just like a title for me.
You think so? I think it's different for me. Only in terms, I agree with you for the most part. Only in terms of like, I think, depending on like what you're trying to do in life and what you see yourself as, like it is necessary to have a wife because that in itself is a support system that you can't get anywhere else. You feel me? Like your parents could support you or like your boys could support you or whatever, but like.
So why couldn't your girl who you live with support you?
She can.
Right.
She can.
So what's the difference?
Even without
the title.
I mean, I'm talking like into deeper things, like, you feel me? Like when it comes to being financial and all those type of things. Like there's certain things you can't do if she's not your wife. You feel me? Financially, like in terms of taxes and things like that. Like there's certain things that having a wife, makes sense, on paper at least, is beneficial for. Like you feel me? So. That's the only way that I would see myself ever like forcing myself to be married if I didn't want to. Like not forcing myself, but like since you want to be married, we could get married. Like I'm talking in the instance if we were already living together, we have a family together and all of that already, but we just don't have the title. Like that would be the only thing in my head that I'd be like, alright, cool. Like I'm good with marrying you because. At least for those benefits
how you felt about it when you got married? Did you do it for the name or did you feel me because you actually wanted to be married?
Answer wisely.
That was a trap. That was a trap. Edit that question. I was like, for that. I was like, nah, he going.
Nah, she probably about to step. So, but like, no,
bed, she gonna be like,
no. So, I'm 34. I just got married in September.
Right.
I felt like, and I don't think I'm wrong for saying this. You shouldn't be dating somebody for 9. This is not my situation, but I'm just using an example.
Right.
You shouldn't be dating somebody for 9 years.
Right.
And there's no. She's gonna start asking those questions,
right.
And she has that room and the right to leave if you don't have an answer for that question. What are we doing?
But what if everything is perfect?
Yeah,
but it's just
everything is
y'all
good.
Y'all not married.
It's perfect.
Everything is good. Financially good. Y'all
everything
going
is
out.
perfect. Just everything is perfect.
But it's perfect is subjective.
That's what I'm saying.
The woman wants the title. The woman
to her having the title is
security.
Perfection. Like,
that's security. Then I don't think you could live with somebody and y'all together for however long and they're just gonna be just okay with it. If anything else, it will be settled. In my opinion, the woman will be settling for the dude that doesn't make that commitment. Doesn't take that
doesn't want to be married or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
I feel what you're saying, D.
No, don't get me wrong. Like when we got married, like maybe 2 weeks later, because we already lived together at the time, so we was basically married without being married.
Right.
So 2 weeks out in, we sitting in the living room as we normally do. We're like, yo, so what do we do now?
What are we supposed to do? Because we're married.
Yeah, like what's different?
What changes?
Nothing really changed. We live together. Like again, as you said earlier, like okay, you're supposed to get married, then move in. Mm-hmm. But who says that? Like, our parents say that.
Right.
We probably society. A lot of us probably came from Christian backgrounds or whatever like that. So it's like, but I'm glad that I lived with her first. Because it's like that's a lot. That's to get married to somebody and then move in and you don't know them. Like as far as like
I think it's very necessary.
How they move.
For me personally, I have to live with the person I intend to marry.
I even struggle with the whole idea of again
before
marriage, because I have to see you like
it's a shock.
It's a shock. Hold on. When y'all say before marriage, you talking about the engagement period
or the dating?
I'm not even going that far.
I'm
not even going that far.
I don't want her to live with me if we're dating. It depends. Mm-hmm. It depends. So like I think after a certain time has passed, now we can talk about let's move in like 6 months in or like 3 months in, like Gigi. Like nah, I'm not living with you.
Okay, well we're talking about dating or exclusively dating.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But you were courting though. You weren't dating.
Yeah, no, we were together. Like we knew. Like, I knew I was gonna marry.
If you're exclusively dating, what's the cons of her? If you're exclusively dating her, what's the cons?
Of her living here?
Yeah.
You might just not like anybody in your space. Yeah, I just don't want that right now.
But I guess they're saying like what, like why does marriage change that? Like if you don't want people in your space now, like
but if
you put a ring on it.
But if we're engaged and I want you to come live with me. Because now I'm seeing how. Because now you come over here and you. Oh God, it's gonna be trash. You come over here and you chilling here, sleeping here a few nights and stuff like that. There's nothing. Oh, you're a demon, bro. You're a demon. You're over here chilling for a couple of days. Like that's cool.
Right.
That's cool. You know, but once you live in, now I'm starting to look at you. Oh, you. Yo, what's up? Why you squeeze the toothpaste in the middle? Like squeeze from the bottom. Like stuff like that. I'm gonna start to notice because now you're living here. You're gonna get comfortable.
So that's why I said that. That's why I said me personally, I would have to live with the person because there are certain things that I'm particular about. You feel me?
For me, it would have to be engagement.
So I don't want to find that shit out after we're married now.
Yeah.
And then now it's an issue.
How long is your ideal engagement period of time?
That's a good question because I asked my girl about this.
So we're going to be engaged for 6 months, a year, 5 years, 3 years, 2 years.
All right.
I don't think we'll be engaged for more than a year.
Yeah, I think a year and a half, and then
because the engagement process is because you're planning a wedding, and you know how these things can go. Well, these things can go crazy.
So it's more sort of a planning and financial period.
Yeah.
Because that was the thing that I said about the Drake thing. How allegedly Drake broke up a 9-year engagement, and I'm like, yo, he kind of saved her.
Yeah, because if she was engaged for 9 years, then
like what's happening? Like he was chilling.
Yeah.
Like why wasn't there a wedding plan between the first year and the 9th year?
He wasn't planning on life in that.
That's what I'm saying.
9 years.
9 years engagement is crazy.
I heard that, bro. That's a beast.
Yeah. So it have to be the engagement period for me. Because at that point in time, you are my fiance. Come move in. You know, let me see how you living. Like all of that.
So let me play devil's advocate. Let me play devil's advocate, right?
You don't like how she living, your wedding's off?
So that's what I'm saying. What happens if you don't like how she's living? Wouldn't you rather find it out before you're engaged than after?
Yeah, but she's not. But that's a good point.
You feel what I'm saying? Because what happens if you engage now and she moves in and you're like, yo, I cannot live with this girl. Like, this shit is not gonna work. You feel me? Now it's after the fact. Like, damn. Like, now I can't even backtrack.
I'm gonna tell her to go back home for a little bit. Just like, go.
Speak to your mother.
Go work yourself. Go work yourself. Learn how to squeeze toothpaste, and then you come back.
Don't pick up your mail.
No, that's crazy though.
Yeah, that's just how I see. But I do date to be married.
All right, but let's talk about it. I'll speak for myself. I have commitment anxiety, and what I feel commitment anxiety is just being committed to one person and knowing that, all right, this is the one person I'm gonna be with, and I'm giving it all to you, and the fear of, damn, shit might not work out, or you might not be the person that I would want to be with. And because I'm growing up in a traditional Christian background, I'm going to do everything in my power to make it work.
Right.
Like, am I the only one? Like,
no.
You know what I'm saying? Like, is commitment anxiety like a normal thing?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like,
Yeah. I mean, it might not be normal. You feel me?
It's normal, but it's understandable.
But it definitely is a common thing. You feel me? I don't think it's necessarily normal.
Because I feel like it's not spoken about. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, it's not labeled like that. They'll talk, you playing games. They throw it, you know what I'm saying? They'll generalize it, but it's like, yo, like,
so I had this
anxiety about that, bro. It's a
basically.
true fear, bro.
I had this conversation before, right? Where it was like, the female pursued me, right? Mm-hmm. You feel me? And then things proceeded from there. And then afterwards, like, it didn't turn around to where I was pursuing her, and then she took it as a slight, like, yo, so like, what is this? And I was like, you pursued me though, so like, you was interested. Not to say that I wasn't interested, but it's like, yo, you pursued me, and then that became a vibe. You feel me? And then wherever it goes from there, it goes from there. But like, you can't be mad now because you pursue me, and then I don't turn around and reciprocate the same energy. You feel me? Because maybe I'm not in a position to pursue you, or maybe I'm just not at that point in my life where I'm like, yo, I'm gonna pursue you in that way. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And it's like, you gotta communicate stuff early, like, and now I'm starting to question, like, how early is early? Like, is it the first date? Like, do I just put everything out there on the first date now to like, cause things move faster nowadays. You feel me? Like, I remember, like, I could be, quote unquote, talking to a girl for like 6, 7 months, 8 months, and then it's nothing. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But now it's like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and it's like, yo, like, what's up?
What are your intentions?
Yeah. So I'm like, what do we what do we do now? Do we put everything out there on the first date now, or like?
I heard the dating.
I feel like it has to do with age though, because now we're older, right? And it's not biological clock. A couple years ago, it was 8 months ago, but 8 months ago when you were 20, it's like, I don't know what the fuck I want. Like, I'm trying to get my grades. I'm trying to graduate college. Now it's like, my
I think you should let the woman like kind of say like what she's looking for. Because in my experience in dating, and I've been out of dating game for a while.
Right.
They usually said what they're looking for. First, second date.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
First, second date. They would normally say, you know, what it is they're looking for.
That's true though.
But I think you should, as the man, especially if you're trying to date seriously, you should ask that question. Like, what are you looking for? I heard the dating scene is crazy now. So as far as you saying it's faster paced, huh?
I didn't hear the question. What's it?
Like, no, it wasn't a question. More so a statement. Like, you know, it's let the women lead with that, but at the same time, you know, you should
communicate also.
Yeah, you should communicate. Like, ask that question. Like, what is it that you're looking for?
Up front,
up top. Yeah.
I like that.
I tend to do that only because I've learned from experience. I don't think it's something that like I gave a lot of thought to. You feel me? It's just like based on like past experiences or whatever. I just like, yo, it's always easier to just get shit out at the beginning.
Yeah.
You feel me?
They'll respect you more for it.
And they'll respect you more. Some of them. You
Understand
feel
the playing field.
Like, even sometimes you might tell them, like, yeah, I'm just out here dating. Like, it's not even that serious. They'll hear it, but they won't hear it. You feel me? But at least you know in your heart, like, yo, that's not on me.
Established.
You feel me? Yeah. Like, I communicated to you in the best way that I could. That, like, you feel me?
And that's facts.
Agreed.
And you gotta meet people where they are in life sometimes too. Like, You feel me? You can't expect either way. Going back to like you talking about commitment issues. You feel me? Like you can't expect everybody to be committed early or to be committed in that time frame, and they can't expect the same from you either. You feel me? So when it's like, yo, like I always dreaded when I was younger. Like I always dreaded the what is this or the what are we questioning? You feel me? Because in my head I'm like. I don't really know. Like
at the time you probably wasn't dating for like a relation. You wasn't dating for like that.
Right. And to a woman, they think like when you say like I don't know, it's because you're trying to be a dog or like you feel me. You're trying to be out here wilding, but it's like nah. Like I'm
not even thinking about it.
I really enjoy your vibe. I enjoy you as a person. Like you feel me. But I just don't know. Like
so with me, I feel like when it comes to relationships, I feel like I just like. What happens. Like if it becomes a relationship, then it's a relationship. You feel me? If it breaks off and then we start fucking each other, then that's what it is.
So how do you deal with the pressure of a woman like, yo, what are we? How you respond to that?
Man,
question.
The pressures is how.
You know what I'm saying? Because you might find the one that's not even pressuring you. Good, you hold on to that, but. It's another one that's gonna be like, what are we?
To be honest, you have to tell the truth. Be like, yo, I don't know. Is a real question? Is a real answer? Like, I'm like, yo, I don't know. I mean, you can tell her straight up, like, I like your vibe, I like your energy. I'm attracted to you. Obviously, you're a beautiful woman. You feel me? And I'm just, seeing like. Where this is gonna go, right? But and most women has to accept that. You feel me? She doesn't. They think
that's you playing games. Yeah,
you a dog.
That's you trying to play games
because you tell another bitch you love her. That's what they think, bro. You tell another bitch something totally different.
So this is my thing, right? When I first meet a girl and I take her out and I go out with her or whatever, right? I really don't know what to expect from you. You feel me? Like unless it's somebody that I've known for years or something, and I'm now taking you out on a date, that's different. But like if I just met you in the last couple weeks or whatever, and I'm taking you out and we chilling, like I don't even really know you. You feel me? For me to be like, oh yeah, like I'm trying to pursue you in this way.
What is your goal for just going out? You just trying to get a vibe?
Yeah, like I'm trying to enjoy your company. So it's like now when you ask like, what is this? And I say I don't know. I feel like that should be a valid excuse. Because in my head, I'm like, you don't even know.
Yeah, that's what I would ask. I'm like, what you think this is?
Yeah, like,
but that's the woman. That's the woman.
They so quick to be like, yeah, I want something.
That's the woman letting the man take the lead.
Yeah,
that's exactly what's happening.
I agree with
She's
that.
gonna fall into whatever line that you, whatever path that you set.
Most times, yeah.
Right, most times. Like, nothing I'm saying is like 100%. Yeah, so it's like, but most of the time, that's gonna be what it is. So like this girl I used to deal with, she asked me that question one time when we was dealing with each other for a few months, and I took her out for her birthday because it was her birthday.
Right.
That's it. We had already decided mutually, or so I thought mutually, that we wasn't gonna deal with each other anymore in that way.
Right.
But I took her out for her birthday, and she was on some like, yo, what is this?
You know why?
It's her birthday.
Your birthday?
Where did you take it though? Because BBQs is different.
I don't remember like it was your birthday.
BBQs is different from SDK, you know. So
some women, it's about the gesture though.
And
right, the fact that she'll put a lot of weight into the fact that
no man had the balls to go for her birthday, but you did.
That's what I took her out.
Exactly.
Nobody. So like we ended that night with her crying.
That's not funny. That's not funny.
Make her laugh. You fucked up.
I'm just taking you out because it's your birthday. Like nobody else took you, but like they don't see it that way. But had I said like no, I'm really trying to like see where things can go again. Like I know we didn't end off.
But see it from her point of view though. Nobody else wanted to take her out, but you did. So clearly you must see something or want something.
Yeah, you Jesus.
I was being a nice dude. Like they don't see that way.
No such thing. No such thing.
No nice things I had, bro.
No such thing.
Chivalry dead.
You said chivalry dead?
Yeah,
bro.
Alright, fellas.
Good talk.
Yeah, very good talk, man.
This was good.
First one else?
Definitely be on the lookout
this premieres. What's next week? The 12th.
The 12th.
12, and then episode 6 is gonna be out. When we shoot that, and then we're gonna bring in the females. We're gonna bring in the women.
That's gonna be a really good one.
We're gonna bring in the women. And
That's the feedback I've been getting a lot. They're like, yo, you need some female opinions on your show.
Yeah, just for one show. Nah, I'm just kidding. But definitely gonna bring the females for our episode, and some of these questions that we did speak about will be presented up again. And please follow the Ground Floor podcast page if you have questions.
Subscribe on YouTube.
All of that. So yeah, check us out, man. Ground Floor Cabinet Meeting, episode 1.
Gang.
All right.